the issue that's here in this trial, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody or the proceedings, because I think the proceedings are important, but there's a line that's crossed somewhere in terms of law and order versus standing up for your individual human rights as a person. And that line was crossed by the KLA somewhere in the early 1990s when they simply rejected Serb repression and did their best to resist it. And so at that point, they aren't terrorists, despite the fact that when I went to see the Serb generals, they said they were terrorists. At that point, they're not terrorists. They're fighting against a regime which is an unjust, immoral, illegal regime which deserved to be replaced. Today, the same effort is going on in Ukraine, and it may go on further. And I think this does present profound challenges in jurisprudence, because at one point, the Baader-Meinhof gangs are in Germany. I'm sure they would have liked to have changed the German government. They were ruled as terrorists. We had a democratic government in Germany. And here you have people fighting for their own freedom. And so somehow the laws and procedures of civilized society have to accommodate the needs of people for their own personal freedom, liberty, and dignity. This is a revolution that started in the United States, and that's why I've referred to it several times. And those American patriots in 1775, 1774 were considered terrorists by the very British who are American allies today. And yet America became a great country and forced this in. So I think we have to, as we go through these proceedings, and whether this goes forward or whether there's Ukrainian proceedings or whatever, I think we have to understand that there's an application for criminal laws and criminal liability, and there are higher strategic issues that sometimes override what individual responsibilities and capabilities are. So I thank you for letting me explain that. That's my view and how I've looked at this trial. And I stand by my previous conviction that Hage thote is not responsible for what happened there in the sense of individual actions of revenge and violence.